right, good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to this final game of the Minnesota National Bank Classic at the Pelican Rapids High School. This has been a marathon of basketball games from yesterday and today, and it all is finished off with this, the championship game on the boys' side. Earlier today, Battle Lake took down New York Mills. Today, we have Pelican Rapids hosting the West Central Area Knights as Pelican Rapids is trying to defend their home holiday basketball tournament. But the West Central Area Knights are bringing forward quite the challenge tonight. West Central Area 5-1 on the season. Their only loss coming to Battle Lake at the very first game of the year. They got their revenge last night as they beat Battle Lake by 1 point on a game-winning shot from one of their starters, Jacob Strunk. Speaking of the starting lineups for West Central Area, they have number 4, Cole Anderson, the senior. Number 5, Jacob Strunk, also a senior. Number 11, Mitch Dewey, the junior. Number 12, Nasir Dots, he's a junior. And Bryce Chesbo, another junior. They got 3 juniors and 2 seniors, riddled with experience as this West Central Area team, and they're hungry to give this Pelican Rapids team a serious challenge. Bryce Chesbo stepping into the lane, gliding through, finishing with the right hand. 2-0, West Central Area gets the first laugh, up 2. For Pelican Rapids, they'll be starting number 2, Trayvon Benson, the sophomore. Number 10, Charlie Larson, also a sophomore. And then 3 seniors inside, Tanner Tollerud, Hunter Williams, and Ian Fay, number 30 inside, 6'7" senior. For West Central Area, they're starting out on a zone here, and Pelican Rapids is going to work the runner here. Trying to throw it off of Fay was Jacob Strunk, but it stays in bounds. West Central Area keeps it anyway. Mitch Dewey brings it up the court. Mitch Dewey, small in stature, but a serious shooter for West Central Area. He sits at 5'9" on the program, and I stood beside him earlier, folks. I don't know if he's 5'9", but he certainly can hit shots. Something to see here for West Central Area as we go forward. Dewey gets a handoff, now hands it off to Chesbo. Chesbo driving right, kicks out Anderson, but a charge is called. Hunter Williams taking the contact there from Chesbo. For him, that's his first personal foul, first foul of the game. Nice defensive play there from the senior Williams, certainly one of those defensive leaders and captains for this Vikings team, and he will need to have a big game here if they are to get this win against the West Central Area Knights. As mentioned, West Central Area only lost 1 game to Battle Lake. And folks, Battle Lake lost their first game last night to West Central Area. So Battle Lake, if you're a team that's interested in Nasir Dots, not able to finish, rebound Fay, here comes Pelican Rapids. If you're interested in a team to watch in this region, in this area, the Battle Lake squad right now is absolutely a very formidable squad, as they usually are in this region of basketball. Hunter Williams trying to finish, fall away, no good. Rebound, Chesbo finally comes away with it. And here comes Anderson in transition for the Knights. Finishing right hand. He'll get fouled by Tollerud. I believe it's going to go against Tollerud. We'll have to see. Yep, the way he's looking, it looks like yes. Tanner Tollerud going to pick up the first team foul for Pelican and his first personal. But Battle Lake, man, they got a win here against New York Mills earlier, and they got running clock on New York Mills. 40-point win for Battle Lake's squad. Certainly a really fun team to watch, and they were a fun team to watch last night. Yesterday, West Central Area just snuck out a win. A lot of it was behind the back of number 4, who was at the line right there, Cole Anderson. He's 2 for 2 from the line. He had a beautiful game leading this squad for West Central over Battle Lake, but it was a whole team effort, and that's a lot of names we have to talk about here today from West Central Area that they bring. A lot of talent they bring on the offensive end and defensive end for West Central. One of those is Nasir Dots. Number 12 brings it up for the Knights. Certainly a shooter, someone that Pelican Rapids is going to have to keep a hand up on. Charlie Larson gets a steal there for Pelican Rapids. It was knocked away by Fay. Larson spins in the lane. Yes, finish with the left hand. The patented Charlie Larson spin cycle gets the scoring opened up for Pelican Rapids. 15:30 if you're just joining us. We're underway here in the Pelican Rapids Leaders Gymnasium. We just started. Pelican Rapids down 2, 4-2. Anderson moves it over to Dewey. Dewey tries to get it to Chesbo inside, stolen away by Hunter Williams. Trayvon Benson now finds Larson. Cutting in was Williams, poked away Chesbo. Here comes Anderson. Lots of names. Nasir Dots, jump stop, finding Chesbo. Three-point shot, nothing but net. Bryce Chesbo forces head coach John Gullingsrud to call his first timeout of the night. It's a 30-second timeout. And so West Central, guns blazing. First 3 minutes of this game. We got 15 minutes on the clock. 7 points for West Central, 2 points for Pelican Rapids. Pelican Rapids in this game because they beat New York Mills yesterday. But they did not play all that solidly against New York Mills. All things considered, New York Mills is a team that has not won a single game all year. And Battle Lake went out today and absolutely, disrespected. They actually really did beat up on New York Mills. And Battle Lake, certainly a good team, but Pelican Rapids did not look that strong against New York Mills. They eked out a win by about 10 points. So West Central area has gone back and forth now with Battle Lake. They're certainly the same caliber of team. Pelican Rapids is going to have to play stronger if they want to win this game. Finding Williams on the backside was Fay. Nice dish from Fay, and Williams finishes here, 4-7. Pelican Rapids came out of that timeout nicely with a stop and then a score. Mitch Dewey finds Anderson. Anderson drives in, finds Chesbo. High pace of play today so far. Really, really quick game of basketball here. It's going to be flying up and down. And that foul is going to go against Hunter Williams. It's his first personal. Second team foul for Pelican Rapids. Bryce Chesbo going to have an opportunity to get more points on his tallies. He's already got 6, as mentioned. Bryce Chesbo, the junior, somebody to watch, a player that really had a strong impact in yesterday's game against Battle Lake. And he's 2 for 2 from the line there, so he's got 7. And we're only 3 minutes and 20 seconds into this one here. So Fay stepping in, finishing with the right hand. Ian Fay, nicely done. He opens up a scoring for himself here. Shot clock hasn't even been close to expired here as it's still 30 seconds. Mitch Dewey, the junior, tried to shoot from 25 feet. Did not get it to go, so Pelican Rapids going to bring it back the other way. Ian Fay finds Larson in the corner. Now Trayvon Benson back to Larson. Fay has some room. Quick three-point shot on the way short. Rebound Chesbo. Chesbo finds Jacob Strunk, the man who had the game-winning shot yesterday. Mitch Dewey now has to get rid of it. Finds Chesbo. Trying to stay hot. Does not. Bit of a heat check for Chesbo. Could not get it to go. Jacob Strunk tries to finish. Finally gathered by Hunter Williams. Williams is double-teamed. 5 seconds to get it across here. They get it across. Couple seconds to spare. Trayvon Benson finds Tollerud. Tollerud driving now. Gets Benson. Three-point shot. Trayvon Benson. Yes! Great shot, Trayvon Benson. The sophomore levels things up at 9. And Trayvon Benson, to see the evolution of him over the season is going to be certainly exciting because he went from having 0 varsity minutes, playing on the C squad last year. They said, hey, you got to grow up fast, young man. Timmy Guler, the bona fide point guard for Pelican Rapids, went down with an ACL tear in the football season. So he is not playing at all this year. So Trayvon Benson having to make some big boy moves, and he just had a big boy shot, tying it up at 9. Nas Dots drives in, kick out Chesbo. Another three-point shot for him on the way. Rattles in and out. He's 1 for 3 tonight on threes. Benson from C-squad point guard to varsity point guard, and really exciting to see because he certainly, you know, he's made his mistakes here early in the year, but most of the time showing a lot of signs of positivity. Ian Fay keeps the shooting going for Pelican Rapids. 12-9 now. Pelican with their first lead of the game. But just finally, one more word on Trayvon Benson. The sophomore really growing up before our eyes here, and he's going to have a lot of impact in this Pelican Rapids program over the next 3 years. 15-foot shot there from Mitch Dewey, no good. He claps his hands in frustration. He's trying to get himself going from shooting. He has yet to. He's had a couple shots not go in, and now he's running it in transition. Anderson got a lot of ball contact, I guess. I thought there was some other contact. Step through, and head coach Sean Gullingsford is beside himself on why that's not a travel. It looked like Strunk went to a jump stop and then took one step through and a knife, and I know that's kind of it's a controversial opinion on whether if you jump stop, can you take now an extra step, or do you have to stay on one pivot foot? Strunk certainly did not, and so West Central maybe gets away with one there. Strunk with 2 points. A foul, excuse me, not a foul is called, a jump ball is called, and West Central area has the possession arrow, and that will be some of the, okay, a little confusion, but we're all good. Some of the first substitutions coming into this game, Brady Petznick, Luke Soley, and those are the two for Pelican Rapids. Ethan Schuster going to the timeline to get some subs in for Pelican Rapids. And in for West Central area, number 42, that's Brett Amundsen, as well as number 10, Sam Hansen, entering the game for the Knights. And with all the hectic action here, Pelican Rapids is going to get an inbound here. The Knights are going to bring forward some full court press. And Brady Petznick is going to get called for the travel. You can just feel the buzz in here. West Central area, after the girls' game, a lot of the fans of the girls' game hanging in to watch this boys' game nightcap for Pelican Rapids. The same is true. A lot of community members, a lot of fans here watching this game. If you could not make the game and you're here with us on Channel 2, we appreciate your support. Nas Dots, yes, nice finish by him inside. He's got a couple. And right after scoring, he's going to foul Luke Soley. So for Dots, he'll go to the line, or go back to the bench here. Couple points, one foul. Dots is going to be joined by Anderson and Chesbo, as coming in for them here is number 13, Roman Mihaloskov, alongside one more guy came in for West Central. I'm trying to figure out who it is. Oh, back in the game is Mitch Dewey for West Central. Hunter Williams trying to find Larson. Kick ball by Sam Hansen. Good defense, but a kick is going to give Pelican Rapids the ball back. And quickly back in the game is Ian Fay and Trayvon Benson. I'm wondering how head coach Sean Gullingsford is going to use his bench here in this game. Certainly a more formidable team. Pelican Rapids doesn't have a game tomorrow. They have a game on Saturday, the 31st. So they have a day break. I wonder if he won't ask more out of his starters today to try and get this win. Brady Petznick, as the shot clock expires, able to finish. Nice shot, Petznick. On the other end, trying to answer is Strunk. No good. Rebound, Trayvon Benson. Showing off that vert. Him and Ian Fay both fighting for that rebound. Petznick. Contact from Amundsen. Now Benson, Fay working against. Kick out Soley. Soley fakes and then works it back up the circle. 17 on the shot clock here. Soley. Vikings trying to make something happen on offense. Nice find by Benson to Soley. Three-point shot, no good. And it's rebounded there by Amundsen for the Knights. Jacob Strunk kind of playing a bit of a point guard role here, as Dewey it's kind of point guard by committee here, what I've noticed from the Knights, but Strunk kind of taking a bit more of a scorer's role here with some of their leaders like Anderson, Chesbo, and Nas Dots on the bench, and throwing that out of bounds was Mihalovsky. And quickly back in the game. Once again, same thing for West Central area. Head coach Craig Hunter understands he's going to have to ask a lot out of his starters tonight to try and get this win here in hostile environment in Pelican Rapids. Trayvon Benson dribbles it up for Pelican, working against Mitch Dewey. Benson hands off Soley, now Fay Larson. Petsnick posting up down inside. Larson thinks about it. Now he kicks out Petsnick, who leaked out. Petsnick took one dribble, now found Benson. There's still 15 on the shot clock here. It's been exciting to see the shot clock be in action, though. If you're just joining us, you've heard me talk about this before. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Larson, right-handed finish, yes! Charlie Larson, the cross-country all-stater, glides through the lane there, finishes high, nicely off the glass. But the shot clock is going to be incorporated in the MSHSL rulebook starting in 2023-2024. So this season, it is an optional thing for coaches. If they want to have games with shot clock, they can have that. But it's not necessary. It will not be enforced in the state tournament games or the section tournament games. But next year, yes, it will be. So teams are experimenting with it. This holiday tournament has featured it. And so it has yet to be much of an issue so far, but it certainly keeps the pace of play alive. But it's been pretty lively so far anyway. That shot was made there by number 12, Nas Dots. He's got 4 now. We have 8 minutes left to go in this first half. 16-15, Pelican with a 1-point advantage halfway through the first half. Ian Fay trapped in the corner, finds Soley, who almost ran into an official. And Trayvon Benson gets it to Larson. Now in Williams, great passing. They're going to call a foul on the floor here as Williams took contact there from, looks like number 32. That is Isaac Kreft, the 6'2 senior. Fouls Williams. That's his first foul. Charlie Larson going to take a break on the bench, and Tanner Tollerud, number 11, back in for Pelican Rapids. Soley to Tollerud. Now Benson. Benson's pass almost picked off there by Strunk, but Fay's able to keep it. Ooh, wild pass. Soley's able to elevate and catch that one. Shot clock reset on the foul, so there's still 12. But that's going to go out of bounds into the West Central area bench. Turnover for Pelican Rapids. So Nas Dots walking it up here. But an official's timeout here, as looks like the shot clock maybe just didn't start. And this is a perfect time to a little appreciation for Mikhail Korf and Angie Westby. They've been working the shot clock and game clock all day and both days. This is their 12th game of action. They've been working double shift here. Someone give them a coffee. They still got to keep their eyes on the game. There's 22 seconds on the shot clock right now as Mitch Dewey hands it off to Nas Dots, working against the much taller Fay. Anderson trying to work against Fay, really scooted everywhere. Fans wanted to travel, didn't get it. There's 7 seconds on the shot clock. Dots working against Benson. Benson ties up, and well called. Rydell sees a tie-up jump ball. So Benson able to get the jump ball and get the ball back with Pelican Rapids. Back in the game for the Knights is Sam Hansen. Six minutes, 32 seconds left in the first half. Pelican by 1, 16-15. Tollerud working against Chesbo. Now Ian Fay, the senior, trying to make something happen. Gets it to the other senior, Williams. Soley has some space out there, decides to keep it reversing. Poked away by Chesbo, but out of bounds. Last touch by West Central. There are 12 seconds on the shot clock here. Tollerud's going to have an inbound here. Finds Soley. Dump off Williams. Williams no good. Anderson here working in transition now. High-paced offenses from both these squads. There are definitely not a lot of dribbles from both teams, a lot of passes, really good offensive schemes and executions from two veteran squads. They're going to call a travel here on Sam Anderson. Sam Hansen, the sophomore guard. Looks like maybe when he went to Pro Hop, he kind of did a little bit of a bang on his Pro Hop. That is something that certain officials are more picky about than others, but if you're taking a jump stop in the paint, you need to make sure you land on both feet at the same time, or it technically is a travel, and he kind of did a little bit of a dish. If you're a percussionist, you know that as a flam on a snare drum. If you're not a percussionist, which I'm pretty sure is 90% of people listening to this, actually probably more than that, yeah, just forget what I said. Instead, watch Ian Fay hit a three-point shot here to give Pelican Rapids a 4-point lead, 19-15. 5:17 to go in this first half of action. Chesbo, nothing doing. He'll give it back out to Dewey. Dewey not afraid to shoot from anywhere. Nice dish shovel to Strunk, but blocked by Fay. Great play by Fay on the defensive end after he had a huge play on the offensive end. He wants a heat check, three-point shot, no good. Tollerud going to contact Strunk, and he's going to get tagged with a second foul here. So cheap foul there from Tanner Tollerud. It's the fourth team foul. Schustrom is going to go in for Tollerud, make sure Tollerud doesn't pick up a third before halftime. 5 minutes left, 4:56, and now counting. Chesbo walks it up for West Central area. Anderson trapped, double team, three-point shot. Sam Hansen, yes! The sophomore makes up for the travel in the next possession now. Hits that three and brings it to a one-point game. 19-18, as now West Central picks up some full court defense. Benson, now Larson inside, finds Fay. Fay three-point shot here. Oh, in and out. Rebound finally taken away by Anderson. Strong jaws by Anderson. And pulling up from the sideline is Mitch Dewey. Dewey, 26-foot shot, no good. Now Anderson trying to solid drive there. He was fouled heavily there by Ian Fay. They're going to put that foul against Charlie Larson. That's 2 personal fouls for him. We got 4 minutes left in the first half. Pelican with a 1-point lead. Anderson has a chance to flip it. He misses the first free throw as Sam Hansen takes a break on the bench. Nas Dots back in the game for West Central. Larson takes a seat on the bench as well. Coming in for him is Luke Soley back into the game. Anderson makes the second. That knots things up at 19 here. 4 minutes left to go in this first half of action. Soley inbounds as another more full court pressure here from West Central area. Soley bounce pass forward to Williams. Williams hands off to Soley, who kicks to Fay. Fay another three-point shot. He'll keep shooting. Short rebound Soley. Last touch Chesbo. Not last touch Chesbo. Last touch Schustrom. So off the Vikings, West Central. He's going to have the ball here. Entering the game for Hunter Williams is Brady Petznick. Schustrom, tall order of guarding Bryce Chesbo. Benson guarding Dewey. Now Nas Dots on Schustrom. Vikings not afraid to switch on screens. Petznick almost got it taken away from Anderson. But now it's Dewey against the much larger Petznick. I certainly don't expect him to be posting up anytime soon. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Anderson's got to make something happen. He stepped on the line. It's going to be out of bounds. Pelican Rapids basketball. Three minutes, 11 seconds left in this first half of play. Still knotted at 19. Trayvon Benson going to be guarded by Mitch Dewey here. Pelican has 3 seconds to get it over. They do. It's really nice with that shot clock to give that 10-second count. That gives the refs a break. They can just look at the shot clock and know, hey, if it gets to 25, then it's down. Trayvon Benson. He's taken 2 shots tonight, and he's made both of them. I tell you what, he is kind of one of those guys that doesn't shoot too much, but when he does, he's deadly. Nice finish. Cole Anderson inside, able to get through. Ian Fay. I tell you what, that's something that Cole Anderson has not seen yet in this tournament is a guy like Ian Fay underneath protecting the rim. Yes, Battle Lake has some athletes. Yes, they have a couple big bodies, specifically Braden Roysum. Roysum, usually a Pelican Rapids name that you may know from history. Braden Roysum for Battle Lake. A freshman now for Battle Lake Battlers, making some noise of his own. But he's about, I'd say, I don't want to be wrong on this. He's probably about 6'4". You know, Ian Fay is that extra few inches here, 6'7", certainly adds a bit more complexity to Anderson trying to finish underneath. He did that very nicely there. Pelican Rapids has a 1-point lead, 22-21. Petznick tries to take a charge, can't do it. Chesbo on the putback, yes. Bryce Chesbo scores for West Central and gives them a lead here. That's the first time they've led for a while. 23-22, minute 48 to go. Soley gets it kicked away there by Dewey, Mitch Dewey. Nice defensive play, but it's going to stay with Pelican. Benson, we'll see how many more shots he has to make before they really start to respect him out there, or before he starts to pull the trigger more consistently. Brady Petznick, and one. That was a quiet one. The whistle just kind of came off quiet, so nobody knew, but Petznick continues through, gets a score. Nice finish with the left hand. And so he's going to have a shot for a three-point play here. As far as the foul, that's going to go against Bryce Chesbo, his second. He better be careful. He's a huge part of this team as far as offensively and defensively. You can't see him with 3 fouls if you're West Central area. Nas Dots has the ball working against Schustrom. Now Mitch Dewey trying to make something happen inside. Kick out Chesbo, 3-point shot, yes! Pretty shot from Bryce Chesbo. He's got 12 in this first half. 1 minute, 12 seconds to go. Trayvon Benson. Brady Petznick with some confidence after that and one here. Maybe got away with a push-off here. West Central area wants an offensive foul. Luke Soley, Trayvon Benson, skip across Soley. West Central back in a zone defense here. 13 seconds on the shot clock. 8 seconds now. Fay thinks about pulling. Now he'll take a dribble, pull from there. Yes! Ian Fay answers the 3-point shot from Chesbo, and now Pelican once again 1-point lead. 36 seconds. Nas Dots tries to finish in transition. Now he takes it away from Schustrom. So Nas Dots earns his team another possession, and it looks like they might hold it for the last shot as Dewey smartly gets it back out to Strunk. Hand off back to Dewey. West Central trying to finish off this possession with a score and take the lead into halftime. Dewey driving right, finding Chesbo, 3-point shot. It misses everything. Fay did not have an eye on the clock. I think he thought there were zeros on the clock. There were still 6 seconds. And so he flares that out here. There's going to be 4 seconds on the clock. It kind of murmurs in the crowd here as everyone's trying to figure out what happened. If you're Ian Fay, he just assumed, I think, that West Central was waiting for a last-second shot. So when Dewey kicked to Chesbo, Chesbo takes the shot, misses everything. He probably thinks that there's like nothing on the clock, so he just sends it. And unfortunately for him, he could have been able to get a few dribbles, maybe a kick of their own. So West Central area calls a timeout. Head coach Craig Hunter's going to draw something up here. They're going to have 4.2 seconds, one more shot for West Central to try and take this lead into halftime. This has been, as advertised, the final game of this marathon tournament. West Central area following up a girls' game that was incredibly dramatic. Pelican Rapids, if you're just joining us, didn't watch that game from before, the Pelican Rapids girls trailed by as much as 12 and came back to take the lead with just 100, I say this funny, I'm not going to say that again, 1 minute and 45 seconds left, and then the Pelican Rapids girls ended up winning. And Ethan Schustrom, I was not paying attention, all I know is every time these Pelican Rapids boys play, somebody makes a crazy shot at halftime. This time it's Ethan Schustrom making a 3-point shot, sending this Pelican Rapids team into halftime up 30-26. There is a 10-minute break at halftime where we'll see the post-prom running a fundraiser where $1 can buy you a half-court shot, and if you make a half-court shot, you can get a 2-liter of Mountain Dew. We'll let them take a break, and we'll be back with you for the start of the second half. Minnesota National Bank Classic, Pelican Rapids Holiday Tournament, Championship Game, Boys Varsity Bracket. Everything as advertised here on a Thursday night in Pelican Rapids. Pelican Rapids has a 4-point lead starting this second half. This ended with a beautiful three-point shot by Ethan Schustrom. I didn't give it the credit it deserved. Pelican Rapids came away with a steal with just 4 seconds left after Ian Fay had a weird kind of gaffe where he shot a full-court shot with 5 seconds left. Trayvon Benson's going to get tagged with a foul here early in the second half. And it'll send Cole Anderson to the line for a quick couple shots here. For Anderson, he's got 5 points, trying to make it 6 and or 7. Trayvon Benson only has 1 personal foul, certainly no trouble there. And Anderson misses the first. I tell you what, Anderson had a beautiful game yesterday. Just started tearing up Battle Lake. I can't remember if he definitely was in double-digit scoring. He's on pace for that as well. He's got 6 now. But yes, he is certainly an impact player, someone to pay attention to as we go forward in the second half. Williams spinning right into Chesbo, who takes it away from him here. Here comes Anderson working against Larson. Now Chesbo driving, pro hop, trying to find Strunk. Ball's on the ground. There's a few Pelican players looking for it. They're going to call a hold here on Chesbo. Chesbo not happy about it, only because he knows that's his 3rd personal foul now. So Chesbo picks up a cheap foul here. He's got 3. He needs to make sure he doesn't get 4 here early. If you're just joining us, we just started the second half. 17:27 left. Pelican Rapids up 3. Benson handing off to Larson. Larson got some contact there, fell over. The foul is going to go against number 12, Nas Dots. Coming into the game here for the first time is Ben Bai, the sophomore. I wonder if he gets some legitimate minutes on JV, so he could only be used for 1 half. He had some huge minutes for Battle Lake in West Central in yesterday's game against Battle Lake, so he's also an impact player. He sits in at 6'5" on the program. Really good inside player for West Central. Fay's no good on that 3-point shot, and now a foul is going to be called against Hunter Williams. Both teams now with 4 fouls. We're not even a minute into the second half. Both teams with 2 fouls. 4 combined fouls have been called in the first minute here. So the officials, I guess, trying to send a message to make sure that this doesn't get too physical too early. Cole Anderson, kick out Dots. 3-point shot from Nasir Dots. Trayvon Benson trying to play acting school, trying to get a charge drawn here. Did not get it to go here, so no foul, no problem. Pelican Rapids with the ball, but they throw it away here after that's all said and done, so West Central's going to get the ball back. Taking charges, the art. You have to make it look pretty natural, but you have to make a scene about it. Trayvon Benson, a little bit too much acting there, I would say. Just not enough contact for that call to be made. Certainly charges, the art of charges have changed in the last few years with the introduction of the restricted circle underneath the hoop. It used to be you could just sit underneath the hoop, wait for somebody to drive, and just fall over, and you get a lot of charges. That's kind of gone away in the game. It has to be more of a obvious offensive recklessness for a charge to be called in today's basketball games. Charlie Larson, jump stop in the lane, could not get it to go. Rebound Dots. Cole Anderson now coming in transition, finding Mitch Dewey. Dewey now reverses it around. Dots to Strunk. Strunk, nobody gives him respect. He'll shoot, misses the rim, and Benson comes away with it. High pace start to the second half, 15:48. Good find, Benson into Larson. Pretty finesse pass there from Trayvon Benson. 32-27, Pelican with a 5-point lead. And you can hear the defense chants in this, what is 75% full Pelican Rapids Leaders Gymnasium. A foul is going to get called against Ian Fay on the rebound here. Fay shrugs his shoulders. He's got only one personal, so that's his first foul. It's good to have Ian Fay not in foul trouble if you're John Gullingsrud and the Pelican Rapids Vikings. Cole Anderson, yes. Good bucket there from Cole Anderson. He's got 8 now. He leads all West Central area scorers. And Pelican Rapids leads by 3. Benson over to Larson quickly now in. Good ball movement, finish, nice left hand there. Hunter Williams coming from the assist from Ian Fay. Pretty offense from Pelican Rapids. And now a steal by Fay and Williams together. They combine for that. Here comes Tollerud in transition. The 3 seniors all touching the ball recently quick. Benson, the sophomore, pulls up 15 feet, bounces around. Rebounded by Anderson. Nas Dots takes the pass from Anderson, tries to make something happen, drives in left hand. Strunk, 15-foot shot, yes! The mid-range jumper is not dead. Jacob Strunk, nice shot from him. 34-31, 14-18 and counting in this game. Charlie Larson, open 3-point shot, he'll send it. Yes! Nothing but net. Charlie Larson answers the shot from Strunk and keeps this offense moving for Pelican. They have a 6-point lead, and that's going to be a timeout now called by head coach of West Central area, Craig Hunter. So a 30-second timeout going to be called. Pelican Rapids on a not much of a run to start the second half. They're up by 6. They led by 4 at half. It's been 7-5 Pelican in these first few minutes. Been an even affair here in the second half. And with the pace of this play, you can really tell that both defenses working really hard to keep offenses at bay. However, certainly one of those games that one team could come up with 12 points in an absolute hurry. So I'm excited for it. This is going to be one of those games that comes down to the very last minute. We got 14 of them left here in the second half to finish off 12 basketball games here today. I haven't talked much about this tournament or on the girls' side of the holiday tournament, which featured 8 teams. But it's been a wild couple days of basketball here in Pelican Rapids. Mihailovsky sent it to Dots, and Dots got tied up by Larson, so Larson able to force the jump ball. And so the possession arrow goes the way of Pelican Rapids here. Nice play by Larson to get the jump ball away from Dots. Now Benson trying to get a screen from Williams, refuses it, finds Larson, 3-point shot, no good. Rebound, Fay came flying in out of nowhere. Now he turns around, 12-footer, off the back iron. Rebound now this time by Sam Hansen. Anderson working underneath against Williams, finds Dots. Dots tries to look for Hansen on a back door. Instead, he'll have Anderson wide open. 3-point shot is good. I tell you what, it was close. His foot almost was on the line there, but both officials agree, yes, 3-point shot. 37-34, Pelican, 3-point lead. Benson has to get it over here. He's got 20. Ooh, that was close. They're going to say Pelican Rapids basketball on the out of bounds, but I tell you what, we're looking up at the shot clock, and there's 25 seconds left. And that'll be interesting to see what the official referee, I would just say what the referee handbook tells you to do when you see a shot clock, right? So there was 25 seconds. I saw 25 on the shot clock, and they did not blow the whistle for 10 seconds. So I wonder what that will mean is, hey, if you have to read 24 to blow the whistle, or it's still up to your own manual hand gestures. But that's out of bounds. It was not touched by anybody. So West Central is going to inbound it here where the ball was previously inbounded, which is right in front of the Pelican Rapids bench. Coming into the game for Pelican Rapids is Tanner Tollerud. He'll give Trayvon Benson a rest. As we have now 13 minutes in this ball game, Pelican Rapids 3-point advantage, 37-34. Amundsen dumps off Chesbo, right hand off the glass. Nice play, Bryce Chesbo. He's got 14. He leads all scorers, both teams, with 14 points. Hunter Williams Hands off here to Tanner Tollerud. Vikings being patient now against the zone defense. Williams trying to make a play here. Scrum for the basketball, finally taken by Fay. Now Tollerud with it. Soli's going to have an open three-point shot. Yes! Luke Soli. Getting the JV squad for Pelican Rapids amped up. The bench got to their feet. Some energy into this gym. Williams knocks it away, unable to save it before it goes out of bounds. Pelican by 4. A host of substitutions. The starters back in for West Central. That's Anderson, Dots, and Dewey coming in once again for the Knights. Now 12 minutes left here in the second half. West Central trying to cut into this 4-point lead of Pelican Rapids. Dots might do it here for 3. No good, off the rim. Finally taken away Luke Soli. Now he's carrying it like a baby here, cradling it. And he's going to get fouled by Cole Anderson. Cheap foul in the backcourt from Anderson. It's his first. So he's not in any personal foul trouble here. For West Central, they have 3. So the fouling, there were 4 fouls combined in the first 1 minute now. The last 5 have been a lot quieter, only 1 foul each. Anderson tries to draw a charge against Larson. Soli, same spot, he just hit a 3 a minute ago, yes! Luke Soli takes the roof off the place with a 3-point shot. He's got only 6 points in the game, but the last 6 for Pelican Rapids in just the last 30 seconds. Pelican Rapids now largest lead of the night. They're up by 7, 43-36. Chesbo, Dewey to Strunk. Strunk thinks about a shot, gives it to Dots instead. Dots took contact from Soli, no call. Dots gets away with a travel, I'd say. Lots of hooping and hollering from the JV squad of Pelican Rapids. And Williams got tugged from Anderson. The fans don't like it. Soli blocks Strunk. A lot of contact from 5 or 6 different situations there. Refs say play on. And for Pelican Rapids, they're going to get tied up in a jump ball situation as Larson and Anderson both had simultaneous possession. Things kind of take a breath here, including me. I need to sit down, maybe take an exhale here. Geez, we got 10 minutes and 46 seconds left. No reason to get too excited now. Brady Petznick in for Pelican Rapids. Dots walking it up for West Central area. Cole Anderson looking to lob to Chesbo. Chesbo gets hacked by Brady Petznick, so he'll go to the line for 2 shots. Nice drawn-up play there between Anderson and Chesbo. Chesbo trying to sneak behind after a handoff to get a little lob pass. And for Chesbo now, he'll have 2 shots to try and cut into this lead. He's got 14 tonight. Let's see how many he can get here. Make it 15 points on the night, Bryce Chesbo. Cannot make the second. Fight for the rebound. Ian Fay wins that battle. And Soli gets it back to Tollerud now. Some big games these guys have played in their whole career. Tanner Tollerud, the senior, playing in a huge section playoff, few big section playoffs last year. These veterans here, the seniors, certainly not afraid of this moment. Up 6, 10 minutes left in a big game against West Central area. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Turnaround shot. Fay, no good. Rebound Larson for a moment anyway. But Dewey comes away with it, makes a nice pass up the floor to Anderson. Anderson calmly lets Larson pass by and finishes on it with the right hand. But then Anderson fouls Larson on the other end here, as that is the 4th team foul now for West Central area. And for Anderson, it's his 2nd personal. Back into the game for Pelican is Trayvon Benson. He's going to give Luke Soli a break after Soli notably hit a couple huge 3-point shots for this Viking squad. Tollerud finds Fay. Fay now finishing right hand, too strong. fight for the rebound. Tollerud comes away with it. He is dead. He gets it to Larson. Larson, skip pass, Faye, nicely closed out by Chesbo. Keeps Faye from shooting for three. Larson will instead, and Charlie Larson hits a three-point shot. 46-39, now Pelican Rapids brings the lead back to 7 as Strunk has it in the far side corner. Halfway through the second half, 9 minutes left, missed by Strunk, rebound Petsnick. Here comes a sophomore, Benson, passes it off here. Petsnick gliding through the lane, left hand finish, Brady Petsnick. Pretty play by number 22. And there's gonna be a timeout on the floor called by the West Central area head coach Craig Hunter. 48-39, Pelican Rapids now enjoying their largest lead of tonight, 9 points. And it's gonna be a full timeout. Fishing in the dark, starting to be played here by the public address. And what has been a beautiful tournament. I don't know why to call it beautiful, that's just a weird word. It's been an exciting tournament here where 12 games of basketball have been played here in the Leaders Gymnasium the last 2 days. This is the 12th game. Yesterday, a huge number of games deciding if you were in the winner's side of the tournament or the loser's side. For the girls, there were 4 games today. Walker beat New York Mills. Lake Park Ottoman beat Battle Lake. Badger Greenbush Middle River beat Underwood. And Pelican Rapids girls just beat West Central area. Those 8 teams all coming from far and wide. From as far south as West Central, Barrett area, to as far north as Greenbush. Certainly a big tournament here at the Minnesota National Bank Classic. On the boys' side, it was a little bit more centralized. Battle Lake earlier today beat New York Mills for 3rd place. And West Central and Pelican, we're about to see. We got 8 minutes and 53 seconds in this one. Pelican with a 9-point lead. But what good basketball. Basketball is alive and well in the Lakes area. And it's no truer than seeing these 2 teams face off here tonight. Battle Lake, I'm sure they would love a crack at Pelican Rapids. I got to take a look at their schedule and see if Pelican plays Battle Lake later on in the season, because that's certainly a matchup I do want to see. Let me just take a peek here, make sure I can see that. Nice finish by Nas Dots inside for West Central area. Now the lead is only 7. And I'm just taking a look at Pelican Rapids' schedule. They do not play Battle Lake in the regular season this year, which is a shame because Battle Lake certainly has a lot of talent and a lot of fun to see. So if you have a chance to see Battle Lake play in a game, do not hesitate. For West Central area, they're going to maybe see Battle Lake before the end of this year in the playoffs maybe, as these 2 are both on the top side of Section 6 Single A. Cole Anderson's going to go to the line as Brady Petsnick picks up his 2nd personal foul. First one goes down, so the lead is only 6, just like that. And leaving the game will be Tollerud and Petsnick. They'll take a break. In for them is Luke Soley and Ian Fay back into the game. Anderson's 2nd free throw up and good. So the lead is 5. Quick little 4-0 run here from West Central off of their timeout. So that kind of stops the bleeding. It's back to a close game here. We are under 8 minutes in Pelican Rapids, 7:52 and counting. Hunter Williams thinks about passing to Soley. Instead, decides to kick it out and pocket picked. Sam Hansen takes it away from Fay. Now Hansen 3-point shot. Yes! Sam Hansen, the sophomore, making some noise here. It's a 2-point game, 48-46. Trayvon Benson working against Hansen and a bit of a trap defense. Williams out front. Nice pass by Fay to him. Williams able to score. Nice find, bend by underneath. Fay blocks him. And so the shot clock will reset here. Tell you what, full court pressure looks like on makes. West Central is going to some kind of zone full court. Right now they're in half court man-to-man. Ian Fay, quick release, three-point shot off the iron, no good. Bryce Chesbo coming through here, working it in transition now. Finds Ben by underneath. He does not test Ian Fay this time. Instead, it's Dewey who will scoot it back out. Now Dewey right up against the sideline. Now he'll pull from 23 feet. Yeah, Mitch Dewey. Pretty shot, little Steph Curry-esque pull-up. Kind of pulls it out of his hip there, kind of like a old Western movie. He didn't even get it into a shooting pocket. He just whipped it up here. Nice shot, Mitch Dewey. Charlie Larson driving baseline. Nice jump stop in the lane, pivot. He elevates and finishes, and that's going to be a timeout here from John Gullingsrud. Larson, 14 points, leads off scorers for Pelican Rapids. 52-49. 6 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. Full timeout called by head coach John Gullingsrud. 45 seconds until we get back to action here in Pelican Rapids. All right, the horn sounds. Both teams make their way back out onto the court here for the last 6 minutes and 4 seconds of this basketball game. If you're just joining us, it's been a beauty. 52-49, West Central trails by 3, has the basketball. Nas Dots is going to walk it up, trying to either cut into this lead or potentially tie it. Mitch Dewey just hit a huge shot. Strunk jump stopping inside and fouled by Ian Fay. Ian Fay doesn't like it. And it's going to be his second personal foul. And that's going to send Jacob Strunk to the line for 2 shots. For Strunk, he had the huge game-winning shot against Battle Lake yesterday that put them in this winner side of the bracket. And he makes that free throw. And so the lead is now 2, 52-50. Strunk's second free throw is no good. And a foul is going to go against Ben Bai here as he pushed Fay in the back as they both elevated for that rebound. For Jacob Strunk, just to take a peek here, I was trying to see how many points he had, but the scorers table, I guess, hasn't updated who has point totals here. I guess I should start taking my own manual scorebook here. Trayvon Benson. Jays. Tries to hand off Larson. Larson's mugged by Nas Dots. And by mugged, I mean he just blanketed, I should say. He wasn't fouled at all. Just great defense, Dots. Williams. Hand off Benson. Benson, nice dish. Tried to give it to Larson. Thought about a shot. Now Soley. Inside floater. Rattles around and down. Luke Soley. Timely offense from number 23 today. He's been dialed in. He's got only 8 points, and I shouldn't say only. He's got 8 points, and every single one of them have been big shots. 2 big threes and a nice little floater there to bring it to 4 points. And Bryce Chesbo, the junior, gliding through the lane, the 6-footer finishing over the top of Ian Fay. Williams trying to finish here. Jump ball is going to be called before Jacob Strunk tears it out of the hands of Hunter Williams. Back into the game, the senior Cole Anderson. He's going to give a break to Ben Bai. And inbounding for Pelican is Trayvon Benson. Floats it out to Soley. He's able to catch it here. And Larson getting some pressure from Dots. Larson now drives, tries to dump it to Williams. Out of bounds, last touch, Knights. So one more inbound here from Pelican Rapids. 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in this second half. And Hunter Williams now gets it on the inbound from Benson. And so Pelican Rapids with 20 seconds on the shot clock, going to try and make something happen. Soley, three-point shot, yes! Luke Soley, unconscious into double digits. He's got 11. What a game for Luke Soley. Just mentioned his big shots here. Another big one. It's a 5-point game. Chesbo tries to finish over Soley, cannot get it done. And Soley's going to bring it up for Pelican. At least he'll defer over to Benson now. And now Ian Fay crosses over on Strunk. Benson thinks about a shot, decides to drive instead. Hand off to Williams. Williams going to hand it right back to Benson. They'll reset. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Trayvon Benson, hand off to Fay. Fay's going to have to make something happen. 9 seconds. Kick out Soley. Are you kidding me? They're going to call a charge. And it's all right because Soley just airballed it. Nobody saw that, though. It didn't happen. There was no shot. Keep the hot hand of Soley moving here. Give him some more open shots, and that's good news, Pelican Rapids. 57-52. After all these scores, West Central very much still in it. Been playing very, very well. 2 one-loss teams trying to continue to improve on the season. Anderson spinning, nice finish, left hand over Fay. Cutting the lead to 3. 3 minutes, 32 seconds left in this one. And we're here for the last minute. The girls' game between West Central and Pelican came down to a last-second shot. Looks like the same thing's going to happen here in the nightcap. Williams maybe got away with a travel. Doesn't matter, it's a score, 59-54. You could hear the chirps from the West Central parent section wanting a travel there. Mitch Dewey, kick out Chesbo. Chesbo jump stop now over. Nice adjustment. That was deflected by Williams, and Anderson able to keep it. They keep going back and forth to the corner here. Finally, it's Strunk who's going to pull up from 15 feet, and it's going to get rebounded by Benson. Here comes Larson in transition against Chesbo. Gets doubled momentarily. And Soley now has it in the far corner, thinks about a shot. Benson's going to say, hey, that's Coach Gullingswood says, hey, back it off here. Milk this shot clock. We got 15 seconds on the shot clock. Larson gets it over to Benson. Now 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Fay working here. Handoff. Larson. He's got to make something happen. He's going to pull up from 25. Doesn't hit anything. No shot. Shot clock violation by Pelican Rapids. It's going to go the way of West Central area. West Central now trails by 5. 2 minutes, 14 seconds. Looking to cut into this lead of Pelican Rapids. Dewey, pull up 3. Yes! Was there ever a doubt the way Mitch Dewey walked back here? He knew that was in as soon as it left his hand. Two-point lead for Pelican. They're going to milk this shot clock one more time. Minute 49 and counting. Soley. Out to Benson. Benson guarded heavily by Dewey. Benson gets around him momentarily. Now pulls back on that dribble. Gets a screen from Williams. Finds Soley. Back to Benson. They got a lot of trust in the sophomore. 7 seconds. Soley's pockets picked by Nas Dots. Over to Dewey. Dewey might pull up here. They got to keep a hand up. And watch out right here. He gets a handoff working against the much taller Fay. They're going to switch off Larson. Dots against Fay. They find Dewey. He's got space. 3-point shot. Dewey, yes! Mitch Dewey, the 5'9 junior, back-to-back threes, giving West Central area their first lead of this second half. 1 minute, 7 seconds. Timeout. Coach John Gollingsrud wants to talk it over and drop some of the momentum as West Central area fans are all on their feet after Mitch Dewey puts the Knights on top. Quick 30-second timeout. Exciting couple games of basketball, all finishing off with this last minute here as Pelican Rapids sees themselves trailing for the first time tonight. Same thing as yesterday. West Central area came back from a deficit against Battle Lake and came back to win on what was a thrilling finish in a matinee performance yesterday here in the Leaders Gymnasium. West Central trying to do it again and come back and beat Pelican Rapids to win this holiday tournament. And if they do, it's going to be on the back of Cole Anderson has 17, as well as Chesbo with 17. Mitch Dewey has 9 points from 3 threes, and they've all been huge in this second half. Dewey does take a seat on the bench, though. In for him is Sam Hansen. Benson threw it back to Soley, and Soley wasn't looking for it. Benson, the sophomore, with a big duty of playing point guard against Nas Dots here. Got to get a shot up. He's trapped momentarily, and Williams going to get pushed by West Central. Luckily for the Knights, that is just their 6th team foul, so one more foul and it'll be bonus free throws. Faye wide open, 3-point shot off the mark, and they're going to call a foul on... They're going to foul on Hunter Williams is going to get that foul for a push on the rebound. So for Williams, that's his 3rd foul. For Pelican, it's their 8th team foul. So that is a loose ball foul. That's going to result in bonus free throws for Jacob Strunk. Importantly, if you're Pelican Rapids, you don't want to give free points up. However, no time comes off the clock. There's 49.3 seconds here. As Strunk has his first free throw of the 1-and-1. No good, rebound, Anderson. Big boy rebound, Cole Anderson finds Sam Hansen. He smartly pulls it back, does not shoot the 3. Well, maybe if he would have made it, it would have made it 2 possession. But Faye is going to foul here, send Anderson to the line. Another 1-and-1 opportunity as that's Ian Faye's 4th personal. And the team's 9th. So this is the last opportunity for single bonus for Pelican. Any more fouls from Pelican will be double bonus. Cole Anderson, first free throw, icy, yes. Makes it 59-61. Pelican trails by 2 now. 38 seconds left in this game. As the officials are going to walk over and point at Bryce Chesbo. I'm not sure. It looks like it might be a trainer situation. It looks like he might have blood on his jersey here. That's what's going on, I think, is Chesbo might have some blood or something on his jersey, so he's changing jerseys. A JV player just takes off his jersey, gives it to Bryce Chesbo. I think what happened here was if the official saw some kind of maybe blood or something on Chesbo's jersey, they needed him to sub out, because anytime you have a situation like that stops it for an official, it would be a sub out. Bryce Chesbo, huge player for West Central area. They could not afford that substitution. So instead, West Central is going to take a timeout in the middle of this bonus free throw situation, put a new jersey on Chesbo. Chesbo goes from wearing what I think was either like a medium. He's now got an XL 44 on him. Doesn't quite tuck in like he'd like, so he's just going to leave it untucked. So Chesbo, you see number 44 sitting there with the 2 officials. He is not number 20 anymore. He's got 17 points, so they better not erase his stat line tonight. Beautiful game from Bryce Chesbo, as well as Cole Anderson. Anderson has 18 points, and he has one more shot from the free throw line. Fortunately for Pelican Rapids, however, they will not be put in a situation where they have a two-possession game. No matter what, if they make it here, it's still a three-point game, and Anderson does. So 3-point game now, 59-62, 35 seconds left. There's a 2-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Benson gets a handoff here from Faye. Faye gets some contact from Anderson, spinning, gets fouled by Chesbo. Foul on number 44 or number 20, whatever the alias you want to go underneath. Chesbo's fourth personal. He doesn't get a fresh set of fouls with a new jersey, are you sure? Ian Faye is going to go to the line here for 2 shots. Down 3, 23 seconds left. Faye's first free throw is short. Mitch Dewey back in the game for Sam Hansen. Dewey once again providing that spark from the three-point line in the second half. And Faye is 0 for 2 in some critical free throws. And Williams is going to foul Anderson, send him back to the line for 2 more shots. Pelican down 3, 21 seconds left. As basketball games so often do, especially close games, come down to free throws at the end. Anderson is 3 for 3 in these last 2 trips to the line. He might go 4 for 4 here. And for Ian Faye, 0 for 2, certainly a big difference now is why the difference is 4 points in this game. Misses a second, though, does Anderson. So with 19 seconds left, Pelican's going to have to hurry. Benson gets it from Williams. Benson either go to the rim or pull up for 3. 12 seconds left. Kick over Soley. Soley, three-point shot. Misses everything. Rebound, Nas Dots. 7 seconds now. Pelican down 4. As you can see, some of the fans here at Pelican Rapids begin to sigh and relax a little bit, feeling as if this game might be out of hand, out of reach. We'll see. Nas Dots has 2 free throws now with 7 seconds on the clock. Pelican down 2 possessions. Down 5 now, 64-59. If West Central goes on to win this game, the story is Cole Anderson, 20. Bryce Chesbo, 17. And 9 timely points from Mitch Dewey. Charlie Larson runs up here. Kick out Tollerud, 3-point shot on the way, 1 second left. Timeout called by John Gullingsrud. The officials might go here and look at how much time is left. Gullingsrud called a timeout with 0.6 seconds left. Tollerud hit a nice 3-point shot. Pelican down 2 points. It would take a miracle. I wonder if Coach Gullingsrud's going to ask for more time on the clock. The officials are sitting here talking about it. We'll see if they do add more to this clock. There's 0.6 on the clock. And certainly you'd think, barring a steal here on the inbounds pass, it would be not enough time for Pelican to foul. And so that is the officials are talking to the scorers table. I wonder if they won't put a couple tenths of a second back on here for Pelican Rapids. But that is yet to be seen. We'll see once we come out of this full timeout. Great game from both squads. Charlie Larson leads the way for Pelican Rapids with 14. Ian Faye with 11. And Luke Soley with 11 big points of his own, coming from 3 3-pointers and a nice little floater inside, mostly in the second half here. Soley coming up big for the Vikings. But for the West Central Area Knights, led by Anderson, Chesbo, and now Dewey, should mention Mitch Dewey, short in stature, probably about 5'8". Tell you what, he pulled up from about 28 feet a couple times. There's 1.5 seconds on the clock, and no foul is called, as it looked like Williams just put his hands on Dewey, but not enough to warrant a foul. And so that's how this game's going to end here. Kind of anticlimactic, but West Central Area 64. Pelican Rapids 62. They're going to have a short award ceremony where they will mention the all tournament players here for both squads. So we're going to hang around and let you know who the all tournament players are. And for West Central, you certainly think it's got to be Anderson, Chesbo, the likes of, along with some really strong performances. Mentioned Jacob Strunk having a game-winning shot against Battle Lake, putting in some serious minutes as a starter. Nas Dots, really great play from all members of West Central area. And for Pelican Rapids, certainly frustrating to lose your home holiday tournament. However, great team is West Central area, and they held with them through the entire game. Earning the first all-tournament honors here is Charlie Larson, number 10. Once again, he led the way with 14 tonight for Pelican Rapids. Ian Fay, the senior, getting another nod here for Pelican Rapids. Those are the two members of the all-tournament team from Pelican Rapids. I believe 3 medals are going to be given out for the champions, West Central Area Knights. The first one going to the senior number 4, Cole Anderson. Second to number 11, Mitch Dewey. As mentioned, huge shooting in the second half from him. And finally, Bryce Chesbo getting the third all-tournament team honors. So congratulations to the West Central Area Knights. Great game for the Pelican Rapids Vikings, and the next time you'll see Pelican Rapids is next week for resuming of the regular season. From all of us here at Channel 2, thanks for watching this doubleheader of basketball, and we'll see you next time.